Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belli. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a fake boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And we got to talk about the Inflation Reduction Act and how this is actually bullish for Tesla stock. Now, if y'all didn't know, back in the day, I guess the law is still into effect, you could get a tax credit for purchasing an electric vehicle up to $7,500. But there were limitations. Once a manufacturer sold a certain amount of EVs, the taxpayer could not claim a credit. And I remember doing a tax return where this guy bought a Ford, what's the freaking Ford EV? Like the Mustang, the Mach-E. And I actually had to go on the IRS website and verify if they still qualified for the tax credit. Because some companies, some manufacturers don't. I believe Tesla doesn't qualify anymore. However, there's this new thing with the Inflation Reduction Act, which it looks like it's actually going to go forward. There was one holdout, Senator Kristen Sinema. I think she's from Arizona. And now this is looking pretty good for Tesla. So one of the benefits of working for a CPA firm is I get up-to-date emails about some tax situations. So we're going to check out this newsletter that I received. And then we're going to read a little bit more about Tesla. So buckle up, okay? I know you guys are going to be bored. So every once in a while, the partners will send out this newsletter. And it's pretty helpful because in tax, you have to keep up with all the changes in the freaking tax laws. Every single new bill, blah, 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 law that gets passed. All the tax laws change. It's a freaking pain. Thank God for software, I'll tell you that. Anyway. On July 27, 2022, Senator Joe Manchin and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced that they had reached an agreement on a budget reconciliation bill. The proposed legislation is titled the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA, not to be confused with an individual retirement account. Really? So apparently they're going to reduce inflation by raising more than $739 billion. By imposing a 15% corporate minimum tax. I believe that applies to, earnings outside the United States because the tax rate for corporations is 21%, and increased IRS tax enforcement. And there will be additional projected savings, we'll see, from Medicare negotiating prescription drug prices. Okay. So apparently they're going to stop inflation by taxing and then spending, which just seems like they're just shifting money around. I don't know how that stops inflation. I guess if they just taxed the populace and didn't spend the money, paid off debt, maybe that would slow down inflation. But whatever, it sounds good. Okay. On the spending side, $369 billion would be spent on climate and energy programs, including tax credits for buying electric vehicles. So let's go ahead and dive into that a little bit more. Enhanced, because there already is a credit, like I said, but it's been phased out for some auto manufacturers. Enhanced credits for EVs placed into service after 2022. So even if this bill passes in its current form, it only applies to vehicles that are purchased after 2022 and before 2033, which is pretty freaking nuts. I mean, that's 10 years. Individuals would be allowed a refundable credit for a qualifying EV. The maximum credit would generally be $7,500 for new EVs. New EVs. To qualify for the credit, the vehicle must be assembled in North America. At least 40% of the critical minerals, blah, 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 must be from the United States, blah, 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 blah. Okay? No credit would be allowed for a new vehicle if the manufacturer's suggested retail price of the vehicle exceeds $80K for SUVs and $55K for other vehicles. Now, I don't necessarily remember what Tesla's price is for their Model 3. I don't think it's $55. It probably is after you pay all the taxes and titling and whatever, but I think Tesla still qualifies, okay? No credit would be allowed for a new vehicle if the lesser of the current or prior year AGI is adjusted gross income, is more than $300,000 for joint filers, blah, blah, blah for head of households, and $150,000 for others. So obviously they're not going to get this credit to like ultra rich people, okay? But I would say the vast majority of Americans would probably qualify for this credit. I don't see many people that have an AGI that are married of over $300,000. But, there's some people out there. A credit of the lesser of $4,000 or 30% of the sales price would be allowed for used qualifying EVs that is more than 2 years old with the sales price of $2,500. Oh, okay. These tax laws, they can be so confusing because like the lesser of this and the lesser of that and blah, 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 blah. But basically, if you pay less than $25,000, you're going to get some kind of credit for a used EV that is more than 2 years old. Okay. And they have some phase outs here, blah, blah, blah. If your AGI is 150,000, blah, 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 blah. Okay. The proposal, this is the big one here. The proposal would remove the disallowance of the credit when the number of electric vehicles manufactured by manufacturer exceeds 200,000, effective for vehicles sold after December 2022. Now, I wonder what impact that could potentially have on people wanting to buy a new EV in 2022, because this goes into effect after 2022. So if somebody's thinking about buying a TSLA, they might actually freaking wait to buy it until next year, because why would you throw away $7,500? That's a big freaking tax credit, okay? So, and yeah, it says it right here. The EV credits for Tesla expired for vehicles acquired after 2019. The credits for GM expired after 2022. Yeah, you actually have to, like, before you go buy a vehicle, you need to go check the IRS website, because I remember having to do that for the Ford Mach-E. And you don't want to get burnt. You don't want to think you're going to get a credit. Let's say this legislation doesn't go through the IRA, and, you know, you try to buy a vehicle, like, you know, a Ford Mach-E or whatever. You need to go check the IRS website, okay? Not tax advice. You do your own freaking taxes, okay? The proposal would provide a credit for qualified commercial EVs, effective for vehicles placed into service after 2022. The proposal provides a credit for depreciable commercial electric vehicles of 30% of the lesser of the basis or the incremental cost of the vehicle. Oh. So apparently they're really hammering hard, okay? And they have a bunch of other credits here. But really, this is the important thing for Tesla. So Tesla almost has a competitive disadvantage because they were phased out of the tax credit. This tax credit that's in effect now affects companies that haven't sold as many EVs. If this actually passes, which it looks like it might actually will, this is actually not a bad thing for Tesla. The only downside is this goes into effect after the new year. After the new year, at least how the bill is now. Okay? So we can actually see there's one holdout. Kristen Sinema, Arizona. I was right, Arizona. Said Thursday that she would move forward on a sweeping package of initiatives to combat climate change and the Inflation Reduction Act. Okay? She was the last Democratic holdout on the bill, said she negotiated the removal of a provision to increase taxes on carried interest, targeting wealthy investors. So carried interest, I've never dealt with this personally in taxes. Honestly, I don't. I'm not that experienced in taxes yet. But it sounds like all carried interest is if you're a general partner in some kind of partnership, there's actually a way where those partners can have some of their earnings taxed at capital gains tax rates as opposed to ordinary income. So people get pissed because there's these general partners that run these partnerships. They actively run the partnership, and they're able to be compensated and pay tax at lower rates. So that's the whole issue that Democrats or whatever have with this. But apparently they dropped that loophole. So that's actually bullish for Tesla. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Am I buying Tesla? Heck no. Anyway, before I answer your questions, we need to have a word from our sponsor, SpryTac. Ladies and gentlemen, how could I continue this video without first addressing my sponsor, SpryTac.com. SpryTac provides a variety of different pants that you can use for any kind of outdoor activities. These pants are heavy-duty 100% ripstock tactical cargo pants that have been tested by Green Berets, Navy SEALs, FBI, EMTs, search and rescue. These pants have 12 pockets for maximum storage, lining for knee pad inserts, YKK zippers, buttons, and hook and loop for the highest reliability. As a former member of the military, I always value a pair of pants that are durable but also comfortable. I have personally tested these pants, and I can assure you this is an outstanding product, and they're only $99, which is an extremely good deal. So if you're interested in these pants, go check out SpryTac.com and get yourself a pair. Woo! I was actually sitting back while the sponsor was playing. All right, let's do some comments. Why are you back, fat man? Because I can do whatever I want. It's my YouTube channel. I thought Beijing Biden made a deal with unions to only give the credit to UAW cars. I don't know. That'd be interesting if they excluded Tesla. Is it weird that Tesla's only good buy when it's up? Tesla's down today. Only an idiot would buy Tesla when it's down 6.63%. Smart money is waiting for 950. That's a very high IQ take right there, Kenny. Pumping cash into an overinflated market always reduces inflation. Yeah, they just have that title to like sound good. Like, you know, if they ripped money out of the economy, okay, maybe that would slow down inflation, you know. But I don't think this is going to slow down inflation. How do you value a company that gets so much government help? I don't know. They're self-made, bro. Hello, strong man. I did today, and they sell my first stock. Huh? The used EV offer is very attractive so far. Yeah, I mean, I believe if it was under $25,000 or less, you get, and it's 2 years old, older than 2 years, you get, you know, like 4,000 or 30% of whatever you paid, the lesser of. I mean, that's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Yo, Strawman, can you do your woo intro, please? I will. No sponsor. That's right, everybody. I'm sponsored. Are the pants made in the USA? Yeah, but I'll double check. I believe they are. Yeah. The guy's based in California. They're really nice pants. I'm going to do a full video kind of like showing them off at some point. They're pretty nice pants. Because like I said, I hate pants that are tight and uncomfortable. I put these pants on. I was like, dang, I like this. I might actually wear this hiking or something. Ads now that TTC have been recognized as the future are always new and blew up your short position. Yeah, I'm shorting all his stupid stocks. That's right. I'm a short seller. Jeremy wants the pants off. All right, guys, that's it. I just wanted to cover that tax letter I got. I thought it was pretty interesting and applicable to TSLA. And you guys have a wonderful day. Cue the outro.
Oh, merry stock market. Oh, man. Woo!